I did want to talk about a couple of things before we wrap up the podcast today.
Yeah.
Don't you find it funny that you and I talk about the groove and the rhythm of music a lot more? However, BK talks about the lyrics a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I listen to the drums in the music.
Yeah,
And then I listen to the guitar. And then I listen to the lyrics.
I listen to the guitar, but like, I prioritize probably the rhythmics of it. Unless there's like, it's impossible to ignore the lead.
Yeah,
Sometimes the lead just,
of course.
it's impossible. You just
And
like,
you
it's
get a
amazing and all
crazy
that.
guitar.
But the guitar and the drums, I like the rhythm section of a lot of this.
But when you like a good rhythmic guitar and bass line,
Yeah.
you love that, and that's what you listen to go, oh, it was
still
sick.
love me some lyrics.
Yeah, we're not saying we
Yeah.
don't. However, BK...
But BK, it's like, that's when he goes first.
Lyrics, the sound of the vocals, the sound of the way he does it. I thought that was quite interesting, because as I was watching the podcast 2 earlier, I pretty much, like...
Ew, you watch yourself on YouTube?
Yeah, I watch myself. I've got to get them views up somehow. As I was watching it, I was seeing BK pretty much just talk about the lyrics behind.
But I think that's that album particularly for him, because it
probably. But let's notice it with more. He will talk about lyrics over other things generally.
Yeah, he definitely will. Yeah,
and vocals and lyrics.
You know what's funny too?
It's because that's what he listens to.
When I listen, I'm sure you're no stranger to it. Getting in a conversation with someone who might appreciate metal and metalcore, the music, but don't get it. They don't like it. And I've heard the conversation with so many different people about this. They'll be like, oh, look, I like it, but you can't even hear what they're saying. And my first thought is, who cares? My first thought is, who cares? And then my second thought is, that's technically kind of wrong, because you can. Sure, it's like not like the most clear singing.
If you learn a different language, you can understand.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Loud. No, but
loud and grittily.
But my first thought is like, what's the big deal about not being able to understand lyrics? Like, yeah, sure, maybe after the fact you go and listen to it, read the lyrics or listen more intently. I'm not listening for the words in a song. I almost never am listening to the lyrics. Yeah.
And at least
and it's usually after the fact. Or it might come out to me,
songs.
like I'll be listening to a song just normally and for some reason it just sticks out to me. But I can literally never think of a time where the first time I've heard a metal song, I've been trying to listen to the lyrics. And I don't know if it's because the people I've had a conversation, like I said, like lots of these people will just be like, oh yeah, I appreciate, musically it's all good. I can't really understand what they're saying. And I'm like, I might just think like, well, who fucking cares, man?
That's crazy. That reminds me of, so I used to work with, you remember Thea?
Oh, yeah. Anthea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to work with her, we used to work together at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And we'd have like these generic playlists just be put on at random times. And, they'd be the random Spotify, whatever playlist at whatever time. And she would be singing along. And I was like, I'd always just like be doing stuff. Whatever in the back bar and listening to her. And she'd be like singing along to these songs. And I'm like, how do you know the lyrics to just
yes, man,
all these songs?
Like, I don't know lyrics well until I've read them 1,000 times.
That's right. Yeah. And I reckon...
no matter how clear they are.
Yeah, and I reckon... And I really did think about this, because I was like, how the hell does she remember these lyrics? Like, and there's a couple of people that can do it. Maybe it's because we listen to this, that we're not listening to the lyrics until we read them. But maybe it's because they're always listening to, pop music.
It's like they prioritize
the lyrics. They prioritize listening to the lyrics first, because I don't either.
And you know what else is funny with that?
What?
A lot of pop music it's the music behind it yet again that I'm like, dude, this slaps. Like I guess it's the same with literally, I guess it transcends all genres.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah,
why does Billie Eilish's music sound great? She whispers into the mic.
So her lyrics are cool and all that.
She's an incredible musician, but it's because her music slaps.
Yeah, like she can sing well and all that, and her lyrics are cool and all that. But I think what sticks out to me for her, I'm getting some dirty looks here. What sticks out to me for her...
What's wrong with
fucking rhythmically again, man. Rhythmically, her music is so good.
Rhythmically?
So yeah, the lyrics is like low on the list of priorities when it comes to...
Give me dog.
But then sometimes...
Billie Eilish is one of the most incredible voices ever to grace the planet.
Hey, I didn't say she did.
We said she's a good singer. And...
I said she's a great musician.
Almost an insult.
All right, let me go back.
She's not just a good singer.
Billie Eilish's voice is incredible. She is one of the
she's awesome.
most incredible, influential, and musically, Yeah, gifted is the word.
I don't think her voice is that good.
Have you
I
heard
bet.
about her the song she did for the James Bond? Like that's
What is it? Sorry, when the party's
What is
over or something?
No
Uh,
time to
can't-
die.
No Time to Die. But yeah,
When the party's
call
over?
me when the what is it? Well, when the party's over.
When the party's over.
Yeah.
Her singing "When the Party's Over."
That's good.
She has a beautiful whisper to
No.
her.
No, she's
She
not
sings-
whispering. She's singing
She
from
sings
her
like 2
diaphragm.
octaves.
If you were to say that the music is better than her voice,
I don't know about better, but
I
I just
didn't say
I
better.
just
I didn't say better.
hear it,
I just say
first.
I listen to her music and her music slaps.
and then you go and listen to the
And
lyrics.
then I listen to her lyrics
And
and,
it's- yeah.
her voice slaps.
Yeah,
and
her
that's what
voice-
makes Billie Eilish amazing.
Her voice is also
But
part of the
that's
music that I
What I'm-
like.
Yeah, exactly. But
The
what
lyrics
we're
come
saying
second
is,
to it.
and she does. She whispers in a rhythmic pattern.
Mm.
You know, because she has got that dark goth, that goth grungy sort of like
She does.
whispery,
yeah.
and that's her words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's part of the rhythm in itself. So I think that's what
Works
we listen
with the
to.
music
It works
well.
with the music.
Can I just say
But I'll cut
what you were saying about like
Can I
Listening.
just say? Zach from Money Donor. That is absolutely delicious.
I would say it. But like what you were saying about hearing music before lyrics, absolutely like I cannot relate in the slightest. Like the way you can tap out a melody to a song, even probably my favorite song, I don't think I could tap out the instrument like rhythm.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
Yeah.
Is this why
This is
Oh.
why we're broken.
we cracked the cut? Podcast is done.
Podcast
We're
over.
finished.
We're sorry.
We
can't
solved
relate.
music.
We can't relate. No, that's why.
Yeah.
Because I'll listen to a song and I'll be like, I know the rhythm.
Yeah.
And you'll listen to a song and you go, I know that chorus. But I want to
This is
listen to the
like
chorus.
we'll hang out with people. Yeah, it's the same.
But
What
it's
you
because-
described before about
it's
Thea,
because
shit,
we
like
don't
people
listen-
just singing.
Yeah. It's
And I'm
because
like,
we
wow,
don't listen
amazing.
to the chorus. We don't listen to the lyrics. We listen to the music first, then the lyrics.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
I just thought it was like I'd noticed this sort of stuff, but
Never
I'm-
connected
I'm-
it.
Yeah, I'm glad that it. I just thought like, oh, maybe this is just part of this is my
I wonder what
quirks.
BK thinks.
There's
No,
very-
he'd still be the same as us. You know, the other thing is something that Beak and I have discussed is music for me and he and I, and
Me and he.
me and
For me and he.
music for me and he, and also Paul Self.
So bad.
Is I imagine, I can't speak for you, but I imagine that it's not necessarily about listening. I don't sit there and like concentrate and listen to it. I just feel the music. I just let it wash over me, and I'm not thinking about it too hard, except when we're critically reviewing something. But even then, I'm trying to just let it just happen to me.
That's pretty true. Actually, I will say that because of this. That the only time I'll actually sit down and dissect, and like obviously, look at me getting to the end of the album and going, hang on, let me go back and maybe try this again because my brain is doing this differently.
Yep.
Like I'm trying to pick it apart differently. Whereas I listened to every song from start to finish, and it took me till the entire end of the album to go, maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. I'm listening to
No, well, like
it
what you
as
said
a,
before, that
it
you
as a
don't
whole
worry about it.
piece, letting it wash over me and just listen to the entire thing as a whole.
Yeah.
And does it calibrate with me or does it not?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and that's how I let
That's
all
interesting
music,
as. That's
no matter the
interesting as.
genre, I just let it happen to me. And like some music, it's harder to ignore that. Like
That's
a lot of
interesting
rap
as.
music, I have an affinity for has really good flow. I'm not a big fan of mumble rappers, which is kind of funny because if there's vibes,
That
it's
time
in
I showed
that.
you J. Cole and
Yeah.
that particular song with that
That
flow.
probably vibes with me more. The flow is really good in it, but that probably musically vibes with me a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I mean, Logic, he's got really
Logic
good
has
flow,
got amazing flow.
and like a lot of old school like '90s West Coast rap, like
Mm.
Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac, and like it just flows really well.
Mm.
And but I'm not even. I'm still once again. I'll go back, read the lyrics, and be like, oh, that's cool.
Mm.
Whatever, man.
It's
The
lyrics-
lyrics
it's
could be
lyrics
amazing.
class.
It could be the most poetic shit ever.
I bet you listen to the lyrics first.
I would find it very difficult to listen to a song that I didn't resonate with the lyrics with. Like, I have song. It's part of the reason I don't like techno or electric music because there's no lyrics. There's nothing for me to listen to. I find it boring.
But the music is for listening
No,
to.
I find it boring.
Is that weird?
That is so strange
That's
to me.
crazy. That's interesting.
Dude, are we freaks? I mean, We are freaks, but
All right, everybody from here on that listens to this, all right? If you
Please,
get this far
someone-
in the podcast, in the YouTube, in whatever, I'm going to do a poll on our YouTube as well. I'm going to do as much stuff as I can to get as many people to say it as well. What do you listen to first? Do you listen to the lyrics or do you listen to the music?
yeah, and like, yeah, man,
That's
because I want to
quite
know.
bizarre.
Because I don't think we're necessarily in the minority here, because we at least have the same idea.
But
But
we did grow up together doing, like, listening to this together and doing what we
yeah,
do
but we didn't
together,
teach
you know what I mean?
ourselves to do that. You know, it just
Is it because
That's
we are
fascinating.
musicians?
Maybe, but I still listen to music in that way before
You reckon?
I ever really properly played a guitar or a bass or anything. Maybe the way I feel about
What if
music in
it's
that
like-
way helped my.
What if it's like only metalheads that do this?
No, I don't
And
think
that's why
so.
they like metal
Because
they can.
Yvette's point about electronic music, which dance music is probably my second love to music, and oh man, and it's funny because I think maybe the reason is because I just let it wash over me. I let it's a part of me, man. I feel it in my body.
Interesting. That's
So-
quite interesting. I would love to know. I would love to do like 1,000 people and see how many listen to either.
Yeah, we need a good
they
sample
listen
size
to
for this.
first. That'd be awesome.
But we really want to hear back about this, so please.
Please.
Don't
Please.
do it.
Daddy. Please, Daddy.
Daddy, chill.
Please let us know.
We want to know. We really do. Like that's.
All right.
I've been enlightened right now.
Yeah, me too, actually. I'm a little bit gobsmacked for a second.